What's up, guys? My name is Coach Phil. I am one of the coaches here with P4P Coaching, and I am here with
Borenstein, the founder of P4P Coaching.
Awesome. And today we are talking about foot rooting. So, what is foot rooting in the squat?
It's the ability to maintain center of mass, and maintain center of mass is probably the most important thing when it comes to squatting, that and bracing, of course. But when you want to start cueing things like a shift forward or back, it all starts from the ground up. It's the first part of the chain, the kinetic chain, right? So every malalignment that we see most likely stems from the ground up, and if it's not that, then we assess upwards. But you always want to assess the first thing. And like I said, that is foot rooting and maintaining that center of mass.
Correct. So, we are going to start with the base here in terms of if we were to teach somebody the fundamentals of how to squat.
All right, so we're going to show you some common misconceptions and mistakes within center mass control and foot rooting. So as Phil is squatting down, as you can tell, he is shifting forward and he's running out of space to hit the hole, right? There's nowhere else to go. He has maxed out his dorsiflexion of the ankles. Knee flexion is maxed out, and he cannot get any lower until he starts folding over more, aka adding hip flexion. Now, when he squats too far on the heels, you'll notice he's folding too far forward, and he has nowhere else to go because he has to start entering more dorsiflexion, correct? So it's a fine balance between the two. Ankle and hip flexion. You can't have one without the other. Everyone's leverage is going to dictate each one. Generally speaking, if you have a longer torso and shorter femurs, you'll enter a bit more ankle flexion compared to hip flexion. And the inverse is also true. When you have a longer femur and shorter torso, you'll generally need more hip flexion. And you might still need a lot of ankle flexion, but you'll generally be more of a hip dominant type of squatter. So as you can tell, when Phil maintains center of mass perfectly, he's able to achieve depth. He's not running out of room. It's a beautiful squat. Obviously, there's no weight on the bar, so it looks a little bit different. And then I will hop in and show my technique as well because I am a longer femur type of squatter.
All right, so this would be the inverse if we fall too far in the heel. So, notice how Joe squats down. He goes into the heel. Notice how bar almost goes behind him. Depth is much harder. And even the toes also is coming up a little bit. This can cause misbalance also in the squat. And then the proper squat where he's going mid-foot, hips are coming back, knees are coming forward, easy to achieve depth, and then coming exploding right back up. So in terms of like the front foot and the back foot, everything is working in unison, almost like he's an elevator just going straight down and straight up.
So now we'll be talking about some cues in the squat. So Phil, what are your two favorite cues to give your lifters? Doesn't matter the experience level, beginner, intermediate. What are your favorites?
Yeah, so two cues that I like to give my athletes and even for myself. The first one being the tripod of the foot. So you can think about your big toe, pinky toe, and your heel, distributing all 3 points as best as you can in terms of the balance. And then my second favorite cue would be to have the big toe down into the floor. This creates a artificial arch. I am flat-footed, and what this allows me to do is have knee better into alignment. It helps a lot with knee torque. So for all you flat-footed squatters out there, definitely give that a go. But yeah, those are my two favorite cues.
There are a bit of nuances with the tripod foot cue, however. So for example, if you notice you are shifting too far forward, as in the videos we showed earlier, it may feel like you're over your center of mass. It may feel like you have that tripod foot. But in reality, you've just been training in that movement pattern for so long, and your proprioception is a little off in terms of center of mass control, right? So if you feel like you're a little bit tripod foot, or if you feel like you're going into a tripod foot, but you notice you're too shifting far forward, you may have to benefit from a more heel dominant squat to truly enter a good center of mass. But still, the same principle applies. You want a tripod foot, okay? So if you notice you're shifting too far forward, you may want to benefit, or you will benefit from more of an outer heel or just heel pressured squat to maintain center of mass. If you're shifting too far back at the start and your toes are coming up, you'll benefit from a big toe into the floor type of squat or big toe and pinky toe. If you're driving too far out, big toe into the floor. If you're concaving too far in, or you're sitting into that valgus on the way down, you're running out of room, you may benefit from an outer heel and pinky toe out. So cues are just basically dependent on the person where your starting point is. But the same principle applies. You want to maintain center of mass through a tripod foot. Or a lot of times if that doesn't work, you can just simply think about heavy feet. That's one of my favorites for absolute beginners because they can't really feel the feet in the ground too much. So really heavy feet, dense feet, and just think about the midline of your foot and maintaining that midline. So yeah, do what works best for you. See what works, what doesn't. And if you really need more shifting in either direction, then you start implementing more big toe, more pinky toe, more heel, inner heel, outer heel. But like I said, it all starts from the ground up, and that's how you truly make a good looking squat and a strong squat.
Hope you guys enjoyed the foot rooting video. Where to find us? Instagram at Phil Strong, and
Or Joe.Borenstein.
there you go. Instagram coaching, P4P Coach, and then talk about the website a little bit.
Yeah, you can find us at P4PCoach.com as well. We'll have all our services there where we both offer consultation calls for people that are not our athletes. Even if you are an athlete, you still want to book it, you can as well. But yeah, we're here to give as much advice as possible to help you guys. If you have any questions, like I said, feel free to DM us or put it in the comments down below. And all our ads and Instagrams will be in the description.
There you go. Yeah, we'll definitely have to aim to record one of these videos at least once a week in terms of the concepts. But yeah, stay tuned and follow for more.
See you guys.